And Adam's here to talk to me about this Painless. Adam, I got to tell you, kudos to you, because if you have a race glove, or if you've been hanging around the track and it's about 100 and some in your car and you're wet and you're just, you're grizzly. Because you're not leaving the track until you have a good time. But you're switching on these have a really good feel. And you can actually feel it. If you got a thick race glove on or something like that, you want to know if you're turning on nitrous or if you're switching on, fuel pumps or whatever, you know it's on. Now, this is a whole new design for 2016, right?
Absolutely. We've redone all of our relay centers and our switch panels. Mm-hmm. We have a lineup that's more off-road oriented for your Jeep guys, your FJs, more your slow crawling people. But we've also come out with a new track rocker system, mm-hmm. which is more specifically oriented to your drag racing. We've got some new roll bar mounted switch panels also, and some new relay centers that have some really nice features to help. If you have an issue while you're at the track, it'll help you troubleshoot and figure out where the issue's coming from, what the problem is, and get you back racing.
Well, this is a trail rocker, right?
This is the trail rocker, yes, sir. This is actually our TJ setup. Now, we have specific Jeep ones, and we also have universal ones. So if you're just building a buggy and you need some relays and some fuses, we have a universal one that'll work for that. But we've also decided to expand our line, again, like I said, to handle drag racing, mile racing, salt flats. So we've made a different setup that's a little more oriented to guys using EFI, and they're running, instead of accessories, they're running everything off of switches. Their whole computers, their sensors, everything will be ran off the switch panel, as opposed to our trail rocker, which is more for add-ons, your light bars, your winches, your horns, that type of thing. We contoured the back for several reasons. A, it makes the switch panel smaller. It makes it to where it takes up less room in your vehicle, but it makes it to where you have more contact points and keeps it from rotating. It's actually about a 1-inch wide clamp that goes, there's 2 of them on the back of each switch panel, and it really securely holds that switch panel on to the roll bar. And we also are offering it in 2 different sizes. We have 1 5/8" and 1 3/4. So that way, depending on if you have a roll bar or a roll cage, whoever's racing organization, what they dictate on size, we have that covered for you.
Now, here's a detail, just because I like crazy stuff. Now, I noticed these little white squares on the front of the switch. Mm-hmm. What can we do with those? Do those illuminate?
Yes, we do have an illuminating switches. All our switches are LED illuminated, so that way they have a real nice bright white light to them. On this particular product here is our track rocker. They actually show the status of whether the relays are on the switch panel. So for instance, with this product, you can use your ignition switch to turn on multiple relays. So if you turn one switch on, it'll turn on other switches for you, and then those indicator lights will show you out at your switch panel that the relays are turned on. We additionally have troubleshooting indicator lights, like I mentioned earlier, that'll be in the actual relay center itself. That'll help you determine if you have a blown fuse, you have backfeeding voltage, or if you have a relay that's not functioning correctly.
See, that's another thing I really appreciate, the backlit, the LED lights here, because it's really bright. You can see that in all different types of conditions.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've decided one of the main reasons we went with them is because they look better and they tend to match other lighting inside of a vehicle. I don't know about you, but I kind of bugs me whenever there's different colored lights inside of my car. I kind of like everything to match, and that was the main reason we went with the LEDs. It gives you a nice bright white light, so whether you're just got done doing a burnout and your car's filled with smoke, or there's dust blowing through your car when you're off-road racing, you can always look over and see and make sure that your switches are on and that everything's working correctly.
I love the track rocker. I love what you guys have for 2016. Adam, thank you so much. Very nice to see you. This is truly amazing and totally painless.